Alrighty, guys, welcome back to episode 3 of the Direwolf20 Feed the Beast server pack. Let's play. We have a lot of cool looking things going on here. As you can see, I finished up the carpet on the house. This is really all I wanted, was a little bit of carpentry, just in this general vicinity here. I have started a little bit of work on my storage. As you can see, I did move everything. And actually, this is not symmetrical. I just realized that I should end up having another chest here, and I probably will. So I've done a little bit of work between episodes here. I've done a lot more mining, as you can see very clearly. Picked up some diamonds and some redstone and a few other nice little things. And I made myself a leadstone energy cell and started trying to power it off of these clockwork engines, which... Oh, that was my own fault. Whoop, and I broke glass. Great. But I have worked on some mining stuff between this episode and the last one. Made myself a knapsack as well, but I have upgraded most of my tools, my hammer, my sword, and my pickaxe, all to Fortune 3, or Looting 3, as the case may be for the sword. And, well, crap, I'm just doing all the wrong things. We'll just grab another piece and try that again. So I've done a little bit of, pickaxe and tool optimizing between this episode and last. And I have gotten some pretty good stuff going, so I'm pretty happy about that. Today's episode, I would really like to work on some nice machinery for thermal expansion. I've come up with a method of powering things kind of early game. It's not going to be at all as good as it could be, but it'll be something. I also did a little bit of work over here. This was the farm. I've made a little shed out of it. So the shed has some hose right here that I put on a shelf. This is where this one belonged, by the way. And I refinished all the walls and floors and all of the everything. And I've gone ahead and planted a few things as well. So this back row is all melons now. And I've started working on making this carrot farm complete. I ran out of some carrots here, which is why, of course, that has not extended the farm all the way out. But I think after I do what I'm doing right now, we should end up with enough carrots to completely finish the farm and fill it out like I wanted. So, yeah, there we go, cool. So I'll go ahead and pick up some melons while I'm here. I did find melon seeds in one of the abandoned mineshaft minecarts. This is about as low as the farm is going at the moment. It'll go lower eventually. And I think I'll also expand it outwards in time as well. I did take the time to do a little bit of farming of some of the witchery plants, but I kind of gave up on that. I didn't give up on that. I let them fully grow and get harvested once, and then after that point, I realized that they're kind of a pain to harvest, especially the mandrake roots, and I knew they would be, but once I discovered that point, I kind of had decided against keeping up with it and sort of let it turn back into a standard wheat and carrot farm. I did not realize that Marks had not taken the time to at least hydrate this area, and I do apologize, Marks. But yeah, so like I said, I did a lot of mining between this episode and last, and so today I'm going to come up with a nice little way of processing all of these items and doing it in a better way than what my original plan, or temporary original plan was, which was using the smeltery. So as you can see, and I do apologize for the frame rate drop, it happens whenever you pour out of a casting basin, or out of a casting channel. But I've got plenty of resources to get started with some thermal expansion stuff. So as you can see, like I said, I already made the energy cell over here, which was pretty simple. It's just a leadstone energy cell, which was made using an energy cell frame, which was very simple. Just glass, block of redstone, and 4 lead. And then I combined that with a redstone conductance coil and 3 copper ingots to make a... Is it a conductance coil? Yes, it is. To make the energy cell. So right now I've got it defaulted to not take in power on any side, but we'll go ahead and set the the right and the top as inputs. And these should face into it now, but they're not. I don't know why. I wonder if I have to break and replace it. This has just been my form of making some cheap temporary power. No, they're not. That's odd. This might be a fun little bug. Doesn't really matter. I was going to move on to a better power form, resource, anyway. So I did finish moving some of my stuff over, and I also went out and used my lumber axe to cut down. I made a lumber axe, by the way. Made a lumber axe, a hammer, an excavator, and a normal axe. I don't think I did that on camera last time, and I do apologize, but I'm not too concerned, to be honest. But I did go out and cut down a lot of really, really tall oak trees that were in a biome. Let me see. It's actually just a little bit... Why are you on night mode? Day mode, please. It was south, actually. And it was right over here. All of these trees are oak trees. Or oak wood, at least. Still not sure why that is. Cartography. Show plant. Shadows. Cave lighting. Maybe that was it? I'm not sure. This is a lot darker than it's supposed to. Oh, caves. That's why. It needs to be on day mode. That's neat. I like it a lot better like that, actually. So, yeah, down here was a nice little area in the in this vicinity for getting good trees. So I did that. Wait, was that there? Oh, it looked like a creeper face. So, oh, and I have more glass ready. Isn't that nifty? Let me go ahead and dump off these organics into my organics chest here. And actually, yeah, those sticks can stay. And we will get started with thermal expansion. So I have enough redstone, and I think I have enough of everything else that I need to get started with to get a dynamo going. So we're going to make a magmatic dynamo, I think. I'm not sure, really, actually. In hindsight, we might want to just make a... We might just make a furnace generator. Yeah, how about that? We'll just do a furnace generator. They're a little more affordable than some of the other generator forms of power, or forms of power generation, I should say. But they're something. They're still plenty efficient for what I'm going to need just a little bit of power for. I think I might go ahead and make 2, in which case we will need 4 redstone. So we'll go ahead and craft up our 2 iron blocks and make the 2 furnace generators. And in order to transfer any sort of energy from these generators, I'm going to need some wood and some redstone and some gold, and I'm going to use the Buildcraft kinesis pipes to transfer my power. Can I use that? No. Into my energy cell. So we can pick up the energy cell, and there is a proper tool for that I'm not using. It's called a, you can use a wrench or the proper tool is a crescent hammer. But I'm not necessarily concerned about it, but we're going to go and put the energy cell here, I suppose. And then, we can put the generators here and here, actually. And then just run our, see the kinesis pipe is connecting there, and we'll just go ahead and, no, I don't like that at all. We'll move them. Put the furnace generator there, and just run kinesis pipes up, and, oh yeah, I forget how kinesis pipes work. We'll run it under. That'll be a little bit cleaner. We'll allow energy input on the bottom, and we will run our kinesis pipes down. And so now we should be able to take a nap because it's getting nighttime. And upon getting all of that stuff set up, we should be ready to go to put some coal in to make some power. So I should have plenty of coal, as you can see I do. And I will go ahead, and you know what, I actually just remembered, I can upgrade this energy cell. I have Invar. It will use 4 pieces of Invar, which I made in my smeltery. And we can make this into a hardened energy cell, which can both accept and transmit more RF per tick, as well as store substantially greater amounts. So that will avoid any waste. And we'll just go ahead and put the furnace generators and give them some coal. You'll see that'll make 4 minutes worth of power at 40 RF per tick, and this guy here is going to take my power. straight from these guys, and it'll just transmit down the line through these kinesis pipes, which are power transport pipes. Now, I haven't actually used Buildcraft's power transport pipes like this before. I used them back in, of course, Buildcraft, before Buildcraft was RF-based, but I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and get using them again, just because they were fun before, and they're still fun. So there's that, and actually, I can put screws here too. That's the only flaw with these, is there's no real good way of covering them at this state in the game. So at this point, we could actually do a few things here. I think the best way or not the best way, but the way I'm gonna power my machines is through the top, I guess. And we will set you to output to the top, and you're gonna see that it's not gonna go anywhere because it's got no power receiving machines yet, but it'll go there eventually whenever I do have power receiving items. And so now I think it's about time we make some power receiving items. We're going to start off with a pulverizer. And the pulverizer is going to be, let's see, we're going to go with this one, the basic machine casing, and a few other items. So we'll go ahead and get, take some tin ore and melt it down in our smeltery, which will essentially double it for us, which is why I'm always doing a lot of this processing in the smeltery. Excuse me. Now that'll get us our pulverizer. Now, I'll go ahead and plan ahead a little bit. I know I'm going to need 8 bricks. I'll go ahead and start dumping out the last of this iron into the casting basin here and make our blocks out of it. Looks like we'll have an extra ingot left over after I make 3 more blocks, so we'll go ahead and start to cast it out so that we'll end up with exactly or with an amount of molten iron that is divisible by 9, which is how much goes into a block, of course. So once this tin melts, it'll be ready for us to get going with there we go, some molten tin. 14 ingots should be enough to get us started at least. Oh, crap. That was a mistake. Whoops. Well, I'll go and start casting these. My bad. So, once we are done here, I'll just go ahead and finish pouring all of these into ingots. Why not? Just keeping an eye to make sure that that iron doesn't melt and accidentally flip things around. And it doesn't look like it will. Cool. Wait for it. And there we go. So, we'll take a look over here. The energy cell is doing pretty nicely, so that's great. We'll go ahead and make, like I said, I know I'm going to plan ahead here. I know I'm going to need 2 of these, and I need 2 pieces of gold, and some copper, and some redstone, and I'll need those bricks, and I will need, what else will I need? Gold, glass, piston, and 2 pieces of flint. And I think that's all I'm going to need to make all of this stuff. So that this will get us 2 basic machine frames, which we will use both of these here in just a moment. We'll get 2 redstone reception coils, made like so. And then I will need a total of 4 copper gears. And I will need to put this here, that there, and that there. And this will make us our redstone furnace, which is a furnace that runs off of the RF we're producing. And then we'll make a piston on top and 2 pieces of flint to get our pulverizer. And now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead. I don't like this. Because I do want this running down the bottom. So, you know what? There's really no reason why we can't just go ahead and... yeah, I guess there is a good reason, huh? I'll make it work. I'll go and take these out just to make sure that nothing gets wasted. You know how I could do this? I could do this. Put that there. And that there. Or actually, we could, well, no, we can't. We shouldn't. We'll output power here and here into our pulverizer and our redstone furnace. And you'll see that this is just going to lose some power while these all level out. And so now I can, man, I wish you could put the little gauge side on the top so I could put a piece of glass there and see it, but that's okay. So we can configure the sides on this, and I'm going to go ahead and configure it so that this is receiving on that side, outputting to the top. Actually, you know what, we'll output the right, and we will input on the left and output all to the right, and leave you on default redstone control. And so now we should be ready for some business here. We'll make 3 chests. And I'm going to need a piece of gold, so I'll go ahead and start pulverizing this 1 piece of gold. Because I want to go ahead and optimize this fully. It's going to be a bit of overkill, but I have a lot of gold and a lot of iron right now, so it's kind of okay to just be slightly wasteful. So we'll make 3 iron chests. I was a piece of iron short. We'll make 2 iron chests. 2 iron chests and a chute. Or is it a hopper? Hopper, there we go. Yeah, chutes are old. What was I thinking? A chute. We have chutes, but those are from Buildcraft. Those are kind of outdated. Cool beans. So we'll put the hopper here, with an iron chest here and a gold chest here, and that will auto-dump our outputs there, and we'll put this here for the inputs. We'll go ahead and feed the furnace generators back up, and now we can take all of our ore here, dump it into this chest here, and wait a day and a half, and it'll be ready. And by a day and a half, I mean a real life day and a half, because it will take a while, considering we have so many ores. So, I am quite pleased. This will get us our yellorium ingots that we're going to want for big reactors here in a little while. We're still a bit off from that that point in the game. But, you know what? I think now would be a good time to go ahead and make a few bits of game progress. Why not? So, what we'll do is, if you recall, and you may not, that would be fine as well, my pickaxe can now mine diamonds. This pickaxe here with the diamond on it, I can mine diamonds, and I said diamonds, but I meant obsidian. So, since I don't have a portal yet, I haven't really found a lot of lava pools. Oh, that's done too. Cool thing. I'll take my my lava drum that I have here, and I'm going to use a few of the sources of lava that I put in here. I'm just going to place them down myself and mine up some obsidian so that I can get about... how many pieces do I want? I'd say about 16 pieces of obsidian. So I'll do that as soon as the world decides to let me sleep here. There we go. Cool beans. And we'll just fall right out of our house here. That's fine with me. And come over here and slurp up a bucket of water. And so I will put that there. And I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse this part. And so I will mine up plenty of obsidian here. Like I said, I'm going to time-lapse it, and I will be right back here in just a minute. Alright guys, so I hope that was not too painfully long for you guys, but there's our 16 pieces of obsidian that are most important. I don't want that extra long grass, so we'll go and get rid of it. And our 16 pieces of obsidian here were vital because I want to make another portal, and I want to make... Wait, does this already doing gold? I guess so. Cool. And I want to make a chunk loader, which I think is going to be pretty important here. And I already have a book here. I've actually got plenty of them. So we will make our... I forgot the ender pearl. Actually, I have a decent supply of them right now, which is nice. It's always a nice thing to have enough ender pearls to do what you want. But that'll get us a nether portal and our super duper chunk loader from Chicken Chunks. We'll put the chunk loader... you know, I want to put it somewhere kind of cool. I don't want to just stick it somewhere boring. So I might put it like... No, I don't really think I have any cool places to put it. So we can just put it here. Why not? And I'm greedy. I like to make it show, or I like to make it cover all 10 chunks. Wait, 7 chunks? Is that like a... square, circle... That's, the max is normally 10 chunks. That's surprising. So, yeah, there we go. And these guys are still running okay. And I wish I could see my fuel, or my energy cell. It's doing okay. I think it's actually making about as much power as it's using, I think. I'm making 80 RF, and I should be using, let's see, 40 and 20. And I should be making 80. Yeah, so that should be going up. If it's not, then I'm not really worried about it. This is all early game power, so I'm not terribly concerned about precision on our power basis right now. Oh yeah, it is a shapeless recipe now, isn't it? I forgot about that. So we'll go ahead and take our trip to the nether now. That'll be pretty exciting. I'm going to bring the lava drum with me and refill it while I'm there. And we'll go ahead and come over here to the mod items chest and just dump a few things we don't need. I'll put all of this stuff where it belongs. Got a bow and arrow, because ghasts will more than likely be a problem. They always are. I'll bring some rubber wood with me, which I can turn into wood. That way, if something for some reason happens, I will be prepared. So let's go ahead and get the portal ready. I think I'm going to put it over here in the old house, because it seems like a good place to put a portal, since we don't live here anymore. And, you know, no harm in it. Now my question... Oh, what? Oh, well. I don't remember. Can I make a portal this size? No. It has to be a proper-sized portal. I thought so. I just had never thought to test it myself. And now that portals are dynamically sized, I was a bit curious, but that answers that. I'm also going to really quickly waypoint home here. And I'll just go ahead. Actually, I think I already hit a waypoint. Yeah, I did. Move it. So since I've got that waypoint, I just want to have a waypoint that way. If the portal for some reason has already been made somewhere else and it syncs up, we won't be doomed. We'll be able to find our way back home. It'll take a while to run or fly if we're a bat, which we probably will be. But it'll be okay. So let me grab my bronze hatchet from in here. Place these 4 and boom. We will go ahead and delve into the nether. Let's go. Fingers crossed we don't die. Based on how long it's taking to download the terrain, I'm going to guess that it's never been generated, which is good news. I already hear gas, which is bad news. I already see cobalt, which is good news again. In hindsight, I should have brought cobblestone. In hindsight, I should have brought something that could mine this crap. Oh man, I skipped a step in Tinkers, and I just completely forgot about that. Whoops. Well, so that'll wait for another day. But I can at least grab some bronze. Bronze. What am I wording here? Not bronze. Not telecreeper. Do not want. So we have some glowstone and some quartz, which is the word that I meant to use earlier. Quartz is what's important here. We'll grab some nether quartz, which we can use with our Tinker's Construct sword to make it sharper, but I'm not going to waste it on this sword. I've already wasted 450 lapis on it, and I think that's plenty for looting as far as, or rather, plenty of resources to waste on a low-tier sword like this one. Now, I thought I saw a nitro creeper, did I? May have been seeing things. I saw a normal creeper. Rather, a telecreeper. Which is just fine, I guess. Telecreepers in the nether do scare me quite a bit because I feel like they would teleport me somewhere that would make me fall into lava and die. Which seems like it would be very likely, honestly. I don't think there's any code prevention there to keep that from happening. I would be very surprised if there was. I think it literally just picks a few blocks and randomly teleports you in that direction. By the way, a good trick for people who are afraid of hitting pigmen, while you're breaking blocks, I mean, if you start left-clicking somewhere else very far away from a pigman and then look at a block while you still hold down left-click, you'll still continue to break it, but you won't make a separate swing at the pigman, and so you'll never actually hit him if you're looking at him instead of a block. So, just a nice little tip, because I see a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people really afraid that they're going to hit them, and I mean, I understand, I'm the same way. But just kind of plan it out. Plan out when and where you're gonna mine, and work with it a little bit, and you'll be fine. So I'm trying to get some quartz here. Trying to be mindful of the fact that there will almost definitely be a pool of lava at some point in my life, and by pool I mean an actual hidden stream of lava in the hidden within the netherrack itself. Here, it happens every time. So I'm expecting it. I'm just trying to be mindful. And, I do realize that one thing I didn't do was waypoint the nether portal, but I do know where it is, so I'm not terribly concerned. And I think, didn't I get... Yeah, I got the firebat morph. That's a really helpful morph in the nether. Yeah, and I actually have more health than a normal bat. Look at that. Very worthwhile. And I'm also fireproof, and I can fly, but I cannot touch water. That seems to be the only really terrible effect, which I am perfectly satisfied with that and this annoying particle. But again, I'm a firebat, so who cares? The only better morph, in my opinion, is WISP, and I heard a WISP, but I don't feel like killing one unless it comes after me. I just don't like fighting wisps. They're kind of a pain. Oh yeah, and you're gonna come after me. Oh, fuck this. Nope. Pardon my language, but that was death. That was not good. So since I've actually got a decent amount of quartz already, so shoot you? Will you let me shoot you? Will you stay still long enough for me to kill you from a distance? No, because wisps have weird arrow boxes. Oh, there we go. I hit you once. I hit you again. Come on. Let me die. Let yourself die. Let yourself go now. I'm going to keep my distance. I don't like you. You did a lot of damage. You do a lot of damage. You're not a really nice guy. But I've got a lot of arrows. I got you one more time. Get you one more. Yes, I can. Didn't get that morph, though, so that's interesting. Don't care. It's plenty fine with me. Man, the fire particle effect is a little bit buggy. That's interesting. Oh, and a soul. That's nice. You can stay over there and mind your own business. So that wasn't as deadly as these trips normally tend to be for most people. Most people on my server managed to actually die. Whenever they go to the nether, at least they do. So it's nice that I was able to go to the nether without being one of those people who dies on the first try. Although that wisp was ready to wreck my day, and that was almost really bad, honestly. But we got some glowstone and some nether quartz, and I think that's a good start. Let's see how our ingot processing is going. Alright, we're going somewhere with that, that's for sure. And, whoop, I do still want that, but I do want to deposit my glowstone and nether quartz into this chest. Perfect. So, I think that will go ahead and get us going for this episode. We made our first trip to the nether. We started processing some of these ores. I'm going to go ahead and just leave this processing just for a while now. I've got the chunk loader here, which is going to make sure that that all stays loaded. And the farm is going to stay loaded too, which is great. We'll come back on here in a little while, and the farm will be fully grown. And how many arrows did we use? We used like 20 arrows almost. I don't want to waste arrows on you guys. I'll just kill you. But yeah, the looting 3 on this sword is pretty nice. I like your hat. Rather, the jacket of your hat player thing. Yes. And as you can see, the sheep have regrown their wool, which is excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. I will use arrows on you, because you can wreck my day. Now, cool. So I will go ahead and end the episode off here. I do hope you enjoyed, and yeah, hopefully more fun stuff next time. We'll get into some more thermal expansion and maybe some automation for a few things as well, as a better power form of generation, maybe even a micro big reactor. So yeah, look forward to the next episode, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.